the red cards that all happened. You and Christopher Kikitis, I think
Yeah,
I'm saying
Kiki.
that right.
We just he's known as just Kiki.
Kiki, all right.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm on nickname basis with him, but
Okay. Christopher.
I'll give it a go, Christopher. Yeah, that happened. That all went down in the opening round when you took on Moreland,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a decent game. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'd rather you talk me through it. So go ahead.
Do you want me to talk to you about the game or
we'll start off with the game.
game?
I'd like to get your take on your performance because it was close.
Well, see, as a team coming into SFV, it's an intimidating task, right? Because you're going up against big teams who have been in the league for so long, and I think coming in, you don't want to openly say it, but you know that it's going to be hard to compete against the Morlands, the Fitzroys, and the Cambos.
It's like an unspoken.
It is. It's an unspoken. It's an unspoken thing of the league, right? Because they're the big three teams.
Yeah.
Every other game we go in with an open mindset, but we go into those big games just with the expectation to do our best and just try, give it a crack. Why not? Like at the end of the day, we've got nothing to lose. Realistically, they've got all the pressure on them. If they have a tough game against us, we look good. They don't look good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
the critics look.
So that's it. I think that's a positive being new in the league because everyone's going to underestimate us. They're going to go in thinking they're going to smash us, and they can think that, and that's fine. But I think if they come in with that expectation, we can surprise them.
Exactly, which was to reflect on the first round. That's looked like it was you were on your way to doing.
I think we had them a little bit stunned, at especially towards the sticky end of the game.
Yes, the sticky end.
Yes.
Where when it got sticky, what occurred? You got sent off before. It wasn't. It was like in the middle of the second half, right?
It was. I think it was like 16 minutes in. 16 minutes left. I don't exactly remember, but
you probably watched back the clip. And
I have. I can get the minute for you, but I'm not gonna.
Maybe not now.
Yeah, it'll take me 2 seconds. Anyway, no, it was pretty. Yeah, it was about in the middle of the game, but I don't even. It actually just annoys me thinking about it.
Yeah, I know.
It annoys me.
You go into it, yeah, but
look, okay. Here's the thing, right?
Suppress yourself a little.
Okay, I will. No, look, I've spoken to a lot of people, and I'm sure the people that are going to hear this, they've spoken to me about it.
Yeah,
I'm almost certain they have.
Because you've spoken to everybody.
Mutually, I think everyone agrees, if they see it, that there's absolutely no chance that is a yellow card.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, even they shouldn't have even reviewed it,
mm-hmm.
and they turned the decision to a straight red, which
right.
we could have gotten off on a technicality, if anything,
mm-hmm.
because they made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't want to get into it too deep because it's done now. But, look, I think if that hadn't have happened, the boys wouldn't have been as fiery and we might not have gotten that second red card. Even that second red card, I feel like it shouldn't even be a yellow kind of... It shouldn't even be a yellow card punishment. It was a simple tackle, could have just been a free kick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the idea of looking at every challenge with the intention of giving cards out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it feels at the moment.
Because the game sort of did get heated between Preston and the referees. So is that what
Absolutely.
you're referring to? So because they had that animosity, then it sort of became about...
Look, if the game is going in a way that is becoming fiery, they're going to start looking at giving cards out, 1, to discipline players, and 2, to kind of stamp their authority. And that's fine to do, right?
Enough.
That's fine to do, but there was absolutely no bad intentions with Moreland.
Exactly.
So how can you give out cards against us,
mm-hmm.
right? And I honestly think, I really do believe, if we hadn't have gotten 2 red cards, I actually think we would have had a chance of winning that game.
Yeah.
And I actually think Moreland think that as well. I think they were under the pump.
No, that's without a doubt a good shout. It was a good run.
Yeah.
But it was, I think, 3-3 at the time.
It was 3-3 when I got sent off, and then we were with 3 men and we held off till someone came back on, and then we gave away 2 penalties, and that's how they won the game, through penalties. But in open play, they didn't beat us.
Yeah, it was actually 3-3.
Yeah. So, no, look, and obviously I'm not going to take away from the boys. I think we played very well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Moreland were moving the ball well. I don't think they were playing bad by any means. We were just...
Well, they couldn't get through Ibrahim.
Yeah.
Is it Hybe?
Ibi. Hey?
How do you say his surname?
I have no idea.
Okay, don't worry.
I'm not even
Ibi,
gonna give
the
it a
goalkeeper.
crack.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper, Ibi.
He was unreal.
Yeah,
he was
unbeatable
unreal.
that game.
Yeah. So, like, you know what? That's how you know we've got the tools to beat these teams.
Yeah.
I talk about Cambo? Because that's past.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so obviously the game against Cambo, rough. 7 players out. 7 of our main players weren't able to play.
Yeah.
So that's not a game that we actually said in training, and we said it after the game. Honestly, don't go off that game.
Mm-hmm.
We had players coming in that have never played, state league or series before. So I said to them, don't get yourselves down on this. It's probably going to be a rough game. Cambo are strong. Like, don't take it to heart. We move on to next week. We're looking into this week as our starting point.
Exactly. That's just like a bump in the road that you're going to pretend